Think magical safaris are out of reach? Think again. With visittanzania4less.com, the heart of Africa is just a click away. Imagine waking up to the golden sunrise over the Serengeti, the land sprawling beyond the horizon, teeming with wildlife. Imagine yourself dining beside a lake, watching hippos play, or spotting the elusive tree-climbing lions lounging on ancient branches. This isn't just a daydream, it's your next vacation. Tanzania, the home of the iconic Mount Kilimanjaro and the breathtaking Great Wildebeest Migration, offers more than just a trip. It offers an adventure, an escape into the wild. And guess what? It's all surprisingly affordable. Dive into the rich Maasai culture, witness majestic elephants, and experience the magic of Zanzibar's pristine beaches. All these, tailored just for you without breaking the bank. So what are you waiting for? Head over to visittanzania4less.com and let us help you craft your dream African adventure. Affordable? Absolutely. Unforgettable? Guaranteed.
All right, beautiful people, welcome to the Afternoon Jams on 103.7 The Beat, brought to you by Mojo Radio. In the studio with us, Big Rob, we got one of our premier educators in Muskegon County holding it down. We want to welcome to the show a good sister, Fatima Roberson. How you doing today, Ms. Roberson?
I'm fine. How are you?
All right, our favorite Black history teacher.
Yeah.
Yeah. How things going at the Black history class? How things going?
It's going well. We're covering some good information in class, getting students aware of what's going on. So I'm excited about what they're learning and how they are receiving the education.
Well, me and Big Rob, we truly enjoyed ourselves when we paid y'all a visit back in January, and like all the kids, like me and Rob we was talking afterwards how they carried themselves. When nobody doing other stuff. They was all zoomed in,
Yeah, wasn't nobody acting a fool, wasn't nobody over talking, wasn't nobody pointing and laughing and giggling and all that.
Seeking attention.
They're a good bunch of kids. I love my students.
Well, we've been to a lot of classrooms, Ms. Roberson. I'm sure you have too, though.
A whole lot of schools.
Yeah, we don't visit a lot of schools. So anyway, you made the big announcement recently. Made the big announcement about the Black History Month essay contest. If you don't mind, talk about it and talk about the Black History Month, and then we're gonna get into also the Kids Free Trip to Africa essay. But talk about the Black History Month essay contest.
Okay. This contest is for MHS 9th and 12th graders. So 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. And the theme is health, education, and economic development. So there's several ways they can display some solutions. So they have to come up with innovative ways to either for the African-American community to gain health or an improvement in education or economics. So they can write an essay. They can do poetry. They can do we even have them doing they can do a poster. So we have different types of learners. So I kind of put in different ways that they can display their knowledge. And so they can make those submissions in whatever creative way they can come up with some solutions to solve some of these inequalities in the African-American community. We welcome it.
Thinking out the box. What made you come up with those ideas for the contest?
Because I noticed that we have different type of learners, right? And so some learners are very visual, so they make posters or they make things, visual arts. And then we have some students that rhyme. And like the kids say, they have some bars and things. So they can come with poetry. And we have kids that actually like writing essays. So I wanted to tap into all those different types of learners and have them be as creative as possible and have their sense of expression.
Well, Rob, I'm coming to you after the next question. But who's going to be judging?
So we have myself, we have Miss Angie Johnson that's going to be a part of that judging panel. And then we have Ifrita Day.
Okay. Wow. Go ahead, Big Rob.
What is it for you to see your students getting involved in something like this?
Oh wow. I get excited every time I see kids express themselves and their opinion and get actively involved in making a difference. Um, them knowing their purpose. And so for them, once you find your purpose, it's like a whole light. You can see it in them there. They just light up. And so they go into different arenas and they're not afraid to voice their opinions on certain issues. So I get excited when students find their purpose. And I think students find their purpose when they know their why.
Hmm. Wow. I'm trying to figure like when did I find my Rob? When did you find your purpose?
When I was born,
Oh, you knew
I,
coming
I,
out.
yeah, I knew coming out that my purpose was to just be the finest man walking on God's green earth. That's what I found.
So you're still working on it then. Everybody, I guess
No,
we all work in
I
process.
perfected it at 6 months. So
Said in 6 months.
yeah, now I'm
I hear you.
57. I'm good there.
The mind, I guess it's all in the mind though. As a
Got to
man
be.
think it.
Yeah.
So
As a
shall it
man
be.
thinketh, so shall it be.
There
That's
you go.
James Allen book. As a man think it. It's free. Y'all can download that thing online.
It's only a couple pages. Take you 20 minutes to read it.
Yeah. So Miss Roberson, in your class, in your Black History class, what are y'all studying right now?
Um, well, we just got finished with studying the origin of Africa. And so now we're moving into how was the Africans removed from Africa and going into different parts of the world, not just North America, but just the world itself. And what was the conditions that they have to endure.
Oh wow.
Hmm.
Man, I wish we had this when I was in high school. Like, what was it hard for you to get this course going?
Um, it was kind of difficult because I just had to come up with the curriculum, like what it's because it's so much, right? It's so much history that could be taught. And so you have to come up with okay, what needs to be taught and make sure you kind of condense all that within first it started with just a semester. And then it kind of expanded to a year, which I was happy about that, right? I was
Right.
excited about it going into a year. And so it was difficult because not only was I had to learn it to make it presentable to the kids and decide like what was important because I didn't want to go with what we always learn, right?
Mhm.
MLK, not that it wasn't important to learn, but it's so much more a history that we haven't even tapped in, and I wanted to tap into that.
What is the origins of Africa for those of us or those people who don't know?
Well, when we talk about the union and the origin of Africa, we talk about the geography, we talk about the ethnicity,
Hmm.
the different countries. And so we talk about a lot of the kingdoms that, I
Wow.
think when people think about African American history, we just automatically think about slavery,
Hmm.
you know, and and slavery, yes, it has to be talked about, but that's not where it started. And so we
Amen.
have to go into the royal aspect of Africa and all the beauties that Africa that is composed in Africa. So we start there and we go on this journey.
Hmm.
Well, for the Black History Contest, the grand prize, the first place is $500. Second place, $300. Third place, $100. I know for this generation, that's not a lot of money, but no, we starting off somewhere. Maybe next year it'll be 1,000. Who knows? No.
Shoot, that baby back that was a lot of money. I wish somebody would to say it. $500 contest. Yeah.
So ninth to 12th grade and family, the barcode is up on the screen if you're watching online, and we have this on our website. Scan the barcode to get more detail. We couldn't put everything on one flyer, so scan the barcode. I hope you get a bunch of people participating.
I do too. I think it would bring like even families together. Like parents could help create this masterpiece that their child is going to create. So it even just helped the family get involved into it as well. And not only that, they'll all be learning together, because it's something. When I was at well, my parents are older, so when I was in school and I had projects, it was like me and my parents time together. We was learning a lot of it together. I would have to teach my parents some stuff, like we learning this and we learning that. So yes, it's a contest for that student, but it's also can be learning for the family, that parent that helping their child put this thing together.
Right. What is your creative solution to solve inequities for the African American community? Man, that is a good question to throw out there and have the kids think from their perspective. Because
Yeah.
I got a lot I could throw out.
And it allows you to think a little deep. It's not just
Yeah.
on the surface type of thinking. Let's think about this.
Wow. Well, Muskegon, participate. If your kid go to Muskegon, have them participate, even if they don't win the money. Just have them participate, because we want to hear, like, what is your solution to inequities that's going on in our community? Who knows? You might have the right solution.
Yeah,
No?
us old folks don't have all the answers. Huh?
No.
Sometimes, in the civil rights movement, there was young kids. So, hey, they may
Yep.
have the answer.
Yep. Go ahead, Big Rob.
No, I was just agreeing. They may have the answer. What's the old saying go about the young people are used as the soldiers and the older people are used as the generals.
Exactly.
Because of the experience that they have in life, and they may have something new that we older people haven't thought of yet. So yeah, give it a whirl. Give it a chance, and nothing is wrong or right unless you are seriously wrong. So
Yeah.
get involved in this. It's a great thing,
Now let's talk
and you can
about,
win some money.
Yeah.
and you can win some bread. You know what I mean? Learn a little
Yes,
money.
sir.
Little light something
A
for
little
you.
light, some, huh?
Right.
Mhm.
To talk about the Kids Free Trip to Africa essay contest and what all this entails.
The trip to Africa, first of all, we all are so excited about it, and so happy that we were able to partner with you. Once you guys came, the kids had so many questions, like what we have to do and when we're going, and so what they'll have to do with this particular, they will have to create a digital essay. So it's just a video, and they will have to tell why they are good candidates for this trip. How would they use the information that is gathered from this trip to improve their knowledge or improve themselves? So they're kind of selling themselves for this particular trip.
Now, Paul, have you? Are you going to express what else is happening with this trip?
Well, yeah, and on the flyer it mentions the pyramids. So this year we have added Egypt to our itinerary. So we would go to Egypt, and we would also visit the hidden city of Memphis. Most people don't know that Memphis, Tennessee, is named after the hidden city of Memphis in Egypt.
No.
That's why
Why
they
would you say that, black man? Why would you say that?
And that's why now in Memphis,
Why would you
Tennessee,
say that? That cannot be true. You're lying, black man.
in Memphis, Tennessee, now they have the basketball team plays in an arena that's called the Pyramid
No, black man.
in Memphis, Tennessee. Well,
Why,
that's this hidden city. Rob, I'm
why
not paying
would
attention
you
to you.
say that? Tell that lie publicly, black man.
Well, I didn't know. So maybe they did. Maybe people do know. I didn't know.
Why Egypt, Paul?
Because that start. It is. I mean, some people would say that Ethiopia is probably the place where we had our start, and I have had a chance to see Lucy. Lucy is the first, what you would call, human being from millions of years ago. But some people would say Egypt, and touching that place and seeing all the great things that we've done, 3,000-4,000 years ago without electricity. I think it'll do something for for the kids' brain when they go inside these pyramids and see what the people look like. And so it just makes sense that you don't make it to Ghana without coming through Egypt. You don't make it to Nigeria without that migration from Egypt or from Ethiopia and from that area. So I think history shows that migration started from there and carried on. So it's important that we know that. And you would get it when you get to Ghana. The tour guides would tell you that migration, where it came from. Depends on what's in your DNA. But yeah, it's important. Egypt is a very important piece of our history. It takes us way, way, way back. So I hope these kids are ready for it.
Yeah, I think they are. They are very excited. That's one thing I know.
Right.
And
right.
You know
I think I'm just as excited as them, because seeing what it does to the mind, seeing what it does to me each time I go. And I've been to the slave castles so many times, it still do something to me. I've been to Egypt, I've been to these different places, but it does something to your mind, and it just make you feel like you're unstoppable. Only thing that's stopping you is yourself. And that's what I get from these visits. And so hopefully these kids will walk away the same. Was it hard for you to sell this idea? I know we met with the principals, and I've been talking to superintendent, and I want to thank Superintendent Cortez and thank school board member Louis Churchwell. Was it hard for you to sell this idea?
No. It really wasn't. When I went down there and I talked to Mr. Hoffman, he was like, sure, what time when? And so I was pleased that he was really open to allowing our students to participate in this great opportunity.
Wow. And we're going to be having Lachey Simmons on also pretty soon, because we're running a similar essay contest in the Muskegon Heights. So we get to see our brilliant Black kids, white kids, whoever go to these schools. We get to see their minds and see what they're thinking in regards to our history.
Yeah, that's where I'm class of 1990.
Hey. Go ahead, Rob. Take the next couple, brother.
Next couple
questions.
What can you tell us about Egypt, being a teacher of Africa? Because honestly, I really didn't know Egypt was in Africa. Honestly, but what can you tell us about Egypt?
We did talk about Egypt in regards to Kush and how it was a pull back and forth because of the Nile. We talked about the battle and how similar those two in regards to the pyramids, and I never seen the pyramid in real life, so I'm really, 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 really excited. And how the similarities between those two are in regards to Egypt. What else did we talk about? Some of the different cultures and languages that they came up with, a lot of the technology. I know we think of technology as cell phones and stuff like that, but then it was like any new thing that they normally did not have. Just the technique of building those pyramids alone in Egypt and what they were used for. So Egypt was rich in a lot of traditions and history, and like you said, kind of like where a lot of things started, and just moving the culture along in history. So it was a big part of it.
Right.
No,
go ahead,
Paul.
No, go ahead, sir.
You told me to take next couple, so that's what I'm doing, sir. She trying to figure out which one of us is going to talk.
Right.
Yeah, I said go
so
ahead.
Will it be you, sir, or will it be me, sir?
Well, you go ahead, dude. Quit acting like you in the short bus. I know you were, but still, man.
Have you ever been to Africa?
No, I have not.
In all your years on your 27 years on this earth.
Rob just got there 8 years ago, so don't make it seem like you've been going all your life.
You've never been to Africa.
I'm still stuck on him saying 27 years.
On the
he knew that answer. He just want to rub it in because he been
here.
there, but he did.
No, that ain't reason why. I just wanted to know. Have you ever been there? Because I honestly didn't know. Will you be going this year?
Of course.
Okay. What are you looking forward to?
Oh, I'm looking forward to actually
going shopping.
You know what? I want to go say shopping. I want to go say shopping, but you're right. The typical woman thing. I want to get the experience. I want to know what it feels like. Because I know it's just the feeling that I'm going to get, that you get when you walk into step foot in Africa or walk into the pyramids. I want to know and go through and take the walk that my ancestors went through.
Well, I can tell you this from my experience being there, and it hits everybody differently. Mm-hmm. When you walk into those slave castles and you go down, for you as a Black female, and you go down to the female dungeons and you hear the stories, make sure you got some tissue or something, because those I remember one little girl, I ain't gonna call her out or nothing like that, because she started hyperventilating, and I had to walk her out of the slave castles to get air. But it's very traumatic for both Black males and females, but more so females, because of the dirt and the grime and the cruelness and the hatred that went on towards them, and them being female. Okay. You're gonna have to be able to soak all that in, and stuff. As far as shopping, you have to get your negotiation skills up. Tell you that now. You got to get your negotiation skills, because whatever price they saying, they want you to negotiate with them. Am I correct on that, PA?
That's right. We got, matter of fact, King Selassie just posted over in Ghana. He's watching over in Ghana. What's up, King Selassie? He says shopping at the Makola Market. That's
is that the big one? Is that the great big one?
Big one. Yeah.
That one's like what, 4 or 5 blocks in all 4 directions.
Oh my God, it's more than that.
Yeah. And I'm being nice, 4 or 5 blocks, right, PA?
Yeah.
Well, how many blocks would you, Selassie? You can answer that. How many blocks is it?
Yeah, it's
what is it, Paul? What do you think?
It's can't even phantom, man. You got about probably a mile of the stores, and you got miles in each direction. So it's the biggest market in it's one of the biggest markets in East Africa.
You will see the kids that can't go to school. You'll see them carrying lazy boys on their head, upstairs, downstairs. You will, in that market. I ain't gonna spoil it for you, but you will see a lot of things.
Well,
Selassie said
uncountable, and he's not lying. There's if Paul said about him, I was trying to be nice about it, saying 4 or 5 blocks.
I really have to have comfortable shoes.
Yeah, you better wear some doggone
tennis shoes. Because we take it easy on tourism. There's no way we can see all of it. So it's just no way. It's hot. It's humid. You're sweating. You're walking.
Don't let it rain. Remember that it rained on us, and we was all running, and people was sliding down the street.
So unfortunately, we haven't had that issue in the last few trips, but it's very hot, and so and that's the whole experience, though. That's the whole experience.
That's the whole experience.
Yeah. But if you're just tuning in, we got Fatima Roberson on air with us. Very good teacher. The kids, they love being in your class, Miss Roberson. What do you do? What are you doing?
You know what? I don't know. I guess I be honest with you, Paul. I kind of treat them like they're my own. It's so crazy, because I done been called auntie, I done been called mama, but I really am intentional and serious about the education and pouring into kids, whether they want it at that time or not.
Right.
Selassie, BA, read what Selassie said.
You said human traffic, skin to skin. That's how it is. That's how the market is.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
yeah, in Ghana, and we'll go to a big market and also in Egypt. So, family, if you're tuning in, you've just tuned in. We're talking about the Black History essay contest at Muskegon High School from 9th grade through 12th grade, and we also talk about the Kids Free Trip to Africa essay contest for the kids who are taking the Black History class at Muskegon. You can go to our Facebook page, go to Muskegon High Facebook page. You can go to Miss Roberson's Facebook page, my Facebook page, so my staff Facebook page. The information's out there because the deadline is coming up, on the 14th?
The 14th. For both.
And,
Right.
and what day is the 14th on?
It's on a Friday.
Yeah. Is that a Friday? Well, I don't know I don't celebrate it, so I'm,
Why not, PA? Why don't you celebrate?
I know you celebrate it, Rob.
Valentine's Day.
Stuff, man.
Why would you not celebrate it?
Because your people created it. And Rob, I'm not trying to go there today.
Only half of me, bro.
I'm trying to go there today. But I would also, before we go, your husband has played a huge role with taking kids, your Black History class, to the Charles Wright Museum in Detroit. Can you talk about that?
So normally we go to Detroit, and when you was talking about getting emotional, and when I first went there, I'm crying, so I'm getting emotional going there. So I can just only imagine the intake I would have actually being in Africa. But William always, I always can count on William. You know, my boo.
William. That's his name, though, right?
That's his name, William. I always say William. He's like, it feels funny if I say Will or anything else. But he always supports me, and he has the same sentiment for kids that I do. You know, he loves to see them succeed, and so you will always, anytime I say, babe, you know, could you sponsor this? And he's like, or he'll say, what you need. So I can always count on him. Anytime I need him to help sponsor, and he will always do that for me.
What is it like having Mitzi, who is from Africa, in your classroom?
You know what? I would say this. We get off task because we get into these conversations, in the whole class. It's in these conversations with her, and it's always good.
Mm-hmm.
And she tell us about Nigeria, and we have cuisine. We do a feast, and she say, I will make the food. And I would say, you'll make it for her? She said, sure. And so she made us a whole setting, and we sat and we feast, and we talked about things that goes on back in Nigeria. So it's almost like she take us back there with her. She tell us everything that goes on, and I could just, sometimes I step back and don't speak, and I can see, you should just see the conversations that goes on, and how interesting the kids say, oh, it's because I have different nationality. I have a student that's Mexican in there. I have a student that's Caucasian in there. And so just the connections they make. And so I always tell people, a lot of times when you think about African-American people kind of sharing, and I was like, if we all would just learn about one another, the fear or the racist thoughts won't be there. We just got to get to know one another and respect everybody, where they're from, and their cultures and their traditions. And I think we'll be better off as a country. And I always tell students, because I experienced this myself, I was called the word, and it took me back. And I think I spoke of it on Facebook. I think it's happened last year. And I just thought to myself, and I said, you know what? This can be a teachable moment for me to know that, yes, we stay in a country that allow us freedoms, but we always got to understand and know our history. Because people can always go off and say stuff, but it's how you react to it.
Right.
Because if I went off and reacted a certain way, then I would have been an angry
Black woman.
And
Yeah.
that's not how I wanted our sisters to be received. So it took me back,
Right.
but I took that as a lesson.
Mm.
Sometimes you got to go there, though.
Sometimes you do. And I had to call my husband.
Right.
He said, "Get in your car."
You call him William when you need him like that, or you call him William then?
Well, when I called him, then I said, "Babe, look." You know, he's like,
right.
then I end up having to calm him down. So
Right. Right. Oh yeah. Yeah. He can't get there fast enough.
you heard me.
Thank you so much for coming in today, and we're looking forward to seeing the essays, the winners, when we announce the winners and start working on, getting these passports for those who went for the kids free trip to Africa, and this whole process. It's a learning experience, but
It definitely is.
But there is a credit your kids are going to get for those that go to Africa with us. They would get, was it 1 credit, 2 credit, 3 credit?
They would get an elective credit. So that's another good thing. They'll get elective credit for going, and so towards graduating. And so why not, right? You get to tour a magnificent country and continent, and see different countries in that continent, and also you get a credit and some knowledge. So how many students, I don't remember nothing like this coming up when I was in school.
Right. Yeah.
So this is a great opportunity. Like you said, I've never been to Africa, and I'm 27.
Yeah, you 27. Your whole 27 years on this earth.
Hey, I'm looking forward to your 30th Miami birthday party then, because that 20th was the bomb. All right.
My niece told me, "Could we get a redo?"
Right. Can we do this over? Man, y'all laid it out. Y'all laid it out, Fatima. Y'all laid it out. I mean, that was first class everything. So thank you so much.
Around good people.
All right, we got to go. Looking forward to talking to you when we get ready to make the announcement, and maybe we have you back on, and to that last pitch. So, thank you so much.
We'll be at the Black History Program, MHS Black History Program. That will be on the 26th, and then we'll talk about that too.
Okay, cool. All right, we're going back to more music. It's the Afternoon Jams on 103.7.